Everyone, I have a very, very important announcement. Tomorrow is my birthday. That's all. Just so you know. Tomorrow is my birthday. So, hi everybody, it's Kayla, and welcome back to Fixer Upper, the show where I usually attempt to fix up your houses, but today we're gonna fix up yet again one of EA's god-awful buildings in San Moschino, because we all know the salt house, the old salt house in San Moschino, and I've turned into a few things. I made it into once a cool seafood restaurant, I made it into a library, and I think today we're gonna turn it into a really funky photography studio, because Moschino Stuff came out, so I think today I want to try and renovate that building into a more functional lot that you can bring your Sims to take photos and take portraits and all that stuff. I've got some cute sets set up, there's a lot of spots to hang out, there's a fun bar area, like it's a good place to bring your Sims for one, like wedding photos, I don't know, I built a spot for it, but honestly I think it turned out really cute and I'm pretty excited to share it with you, but obviously first we must tour the original build, and okay, well, this is an empty save file. We're gonna try again. But first, we must tour the actual build. And like I said, you probably recognize it. It's just a house, a home lot in San Moschino. I feel like a house, like a full just house on the coast like this is very odd for a world full of apartment buildings. And it's kind of weird looking. I love the loft vibe from it because obviously the upstairs has a bedroom and stuff. But for one, like the hallway situation is weird, the downstairs could be so much better, but like the location is perfect, like right in the Spice District like this. That view of the bridge on the other side of the city, like this is a perfect spot. So we're gonna turn it into a really cool photo studio. I usually would do like a more detailed tour, but I'm gonna be honest, I just took out like almost the entirety of the inside and I rebuilt it a little bit. So like, the shape's mostly the same, but the whole inside, there's no point being like, so here's the living room, we'll get a before and after of that, because it's just gonna be different. But we're gonna take this lot and make it into a more functional community lot. And it's on my gallery already, so if you wanna download this lot, go ahead, check it out. If you have the new stuff pack, you can use it to take photos and things. I'm just saying. But anyway, we are back and we are jumping right on into the renovation. As I said, I just kind of deleted like the entirety of the inside because we aren't making it into a house. It's gonna turn into an art center, which is the new lot type that came with City Living. And so basically, instead of it being like a random dumb lot, it's a spot where your Sims can come specifically to learn like the painting skill and the photography skill. Has the lot trait that makes them get those skills gained faster. Yep. But the point is to come here and work on those skills. So there's a few spots around the inside of the build where I have like just cool accent walls with a camera in front of them, and like there's a couple portrait like backdrop places, and there's the funky fancy backdrop that has like the random pattern changes, like the magical digital one. There's a bunch of spots for photos here, like I said, and there's also like a couple spots to edit photos, like a computer setup. This lot type requires that you have a bar on it, and so there's a bar here, you can come hang out. Like it's kind of a fun area to be, but also a little bit odd because the lot type, it has some weird requirements. I've never built an art center before. I only ever have the one that's in San Moschino, because you guys know that one big giant museum type lot, the one big white building with the big blue windows, that's an art center. So it has like all those rooms to like learn painting and learn music, and it's kind of fun. Like I like the concept of it. I don't know why I've never built them more often, because I do like this idea. Like I turned one time the museum in Oasis Springs into a thing like that, but I kept it as a museum and I put like a bunch of things for kids to learn skills and stuff in it. But this art center is like the perfect thing to do for that. So I don't know why I don't build more of these, because they're like maybe one of the most useful items in the game. It's like a library but for the arts. But anyway, I put in here because it requires you to have one of those woodworking tables and one of those kiddo crafty boys, I was gonna say. Like those kids crafting tables are required also. And so this lot has, like I said, some weird lot requirements. Like you need an easel, a musical instrument, the woodworking table, and the kids crafting table. And obviously that woodworking table did not fit with my vibe, because this was supposed to be like a really upscale, high-end fashion photography studio, and then I had to put a woodworking table in it. So in the beginning, you'll see me later on in the video when I start furnishing it, I was gonna put it on one of the backdrops and like pretend it was part of a set, but I didn't end up keeping it there. I put it on the patio instead in the back. But that's kind of a cool concept though, of like designing sets for your Sims photos, because with this pack, you can take pictures with a tripod, so you can kind of like move around wherever you want. And you can like set up cool sets and take photos that way in game. Because you know how I oftentimes I'll like build sets for screenshots? Oh, to be fair, you probably don't know this. So a lot of my thumbnails are staged, especially my gameplay ones for my YouTube videos, like my Let's Play stuff. A lot of times, especially if I'm playing in like a weird build or like I took a bad screenshot during the episode and I don't have a good one for the thumbnail, I'll go back and I'll try and recreate it, but like in a stage setting where like I've got lighting set up properly and like a nicer background, and I'll like intentionally stage a photo, especially ones of my Sims holding babies or like doing things in kitchens, like where the backgrounds are sometimes kind of weird, because like with the baby sometimes you have like a wall behind you and you know that's not a good thumbnail, just like a blank wall. So I oftentimes, like I said, will stage photos for my thumbnails, but now you can like fully stage photos for your Sims to keep in your house because they have this whole tripod object. If you missed the video I did yesterday, I'm going to link it down below because it explains it better because I'm actually playing with the pack. But in the mosquito pack, I'm sorry for calling it mosquito pack, it's just what it is. But you now can move your Sims camera around like you can with the tab mode in-game camera. For regular screenshots, your Sims can take photos like that. Like you can raise it up and down and rotate it and move it however you'd like. And it's a big difference. And so my little Sims heart that loves to take photos in the Sims and have pictures of my Sims on the wall is very excited. And so I think I might do another build sometime soon because this one is supposed to be like an upscale fashion photography place, not necessarily like a weird set photography kind of place. I kind of want to make a build that has like a kitchen set and like a kids room set so that you could like come and take portraits of your Sims in these pre-made sets that like are gonna have nice backgrounds for the pictures no matter where you take them. Like I kind of want to make that and so I might do that at some point soon. I streamed this build yesterday night. We had so much fun like talking about the pack and stuff, so if you want to watch that, I'll link the VOD down below once it gets posted. But also I stream every day on Twitch if you want to come check it out. That's twitch.tv/lilsimsie. Also, my birthday is tomorrow, so I'm doing a couple like weird early streams this week because one of my friends is coming in town today. I have to go pick him up from the airport this afternoon, and tomorrow's my birthday. Not to flex, it's my birthday, by the way. My birthday's tomorrow, so I think I'm gonna stream early. I don't know what I want to do on my birthday yet, and it's already almost my birthday. I've kind of talked about like maybe wanting to go to Disney or something, but it's so hot in Florida right now, and so I don't really know what I want to do. Maybe like downtown Disney instead because it's free. You know, we're being realistic here. But I don't know. I feel like I want to do something, but I haven't decided yet. I'll definitely like get dinner with my family, but there's a vegan bakery at downtown Disney Springs that I want to try pretty badly. So maybe, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Living in Orlando is kind of fun though because I've got options. But I still don't know what I want to do. I might just end up hanging out at home, to be honest, but we'll see. It's my 20th birthday. Dear Lord, I'm getting so old. Haha, Lil Simsie's 14. Haha. Haha. Also, I just said that I'm old and now everyone else is going to be like, Kayla, oh my god, I'm 22. You're not old. And like, yeah, no, you're right. You are. Not me. Just kidding. I'm sorry. No one's old. No one who watches me is old. You're fine. Totally fine. I mean that, like, genuinely. There are some people that are older than me that watch me, and by some I mean a lot, but I don't believe that you're old. I think that you become old when you turn 100 years old. And that's the only time. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm sorry. I'm trying to cover my bases, okay? Nobody's old. Also, my mom, yesterday, she was like, because maybe it was on Sunday, not yesterday. I don't know what day it is. But we went shopping on Sunday. And in the car on the way home, she was like, oh, I got your present yesterday. And I was like, my present? For what? And she was like, your birthday? And I was like, oh, yeah. Sorry, my bad. Forgot. Yep. Okay. And then she was like, I can't believe you're turning 20. That's so old. And I was like, okay, Mom, you're 50. No offense, Mom. Love you the most. But like, really? That's rude. Calling me old. God, unbelievable. But yeah, my mom's not old. She's 29. Yep. Just like Nancy Landgraf. Oh my god. So if you guys missed it also, yesterday in my video that I made on this pack, because I feel like everyone, and myself included, when these packs come out, we kind of all make the same review videos. We're like, haha, here's the cast, here's the build items, okay, well, it's fine, and then it's done. And that's like the entire of the review video, and there's obviously some commentary and stuff, but like, it seems to me like every time a new pack comes out, everyone makes the same video. And again, I'm guilty of this, and I didn't want to be that guy. And so yesterday, I filmed it over the weekend, but with the pack installed, it was my first time seeing it. I went in and I filmed like a first impressions thing, and then I was like, this is stupid, and I scrapped it and deleted the footage, and then I came back and I made a video doing a photo shoot with Nancy Landgrab with this whole premise of like, Nancy's getting kind of old, but she's not old, because, you know, obviously she's 29, okay? And I was like, wow, guys, I heard a rumor that she got Botox. But she hired a photographer to make her look young and beautiful and hip so that people will believe that she's young and beautiful and hip still. Because obviously she is young, beautiful, and hip. And definitely not old. She's 29. I don't know. I like Nancy Landgraf. I like making fun of the pre-made Sims in the world. You guys know this about me, but it's fun. I actually playing with her. I had to bring a Sim to this lot in order to change the light color because oh my god, this is still the most I can't speak. Let me try again. This is still the most annoying part of the game. That's not true. Not the most annoying part, but just moderately infuriating. r/mildly infuriating, am I right? But you can't change the color of lights or the brightness from build mode, which I've mentioned a bunch of times. And you know what? Sometimes isn't really an issue. Like if you're playing on your home lot, you can just go into game and change it really fast and go back into build mode. But if you're playing on a community lot, like I went in and I started building on this lot from Manage Worlds. So there isn't a sim here. I'm like playing with infinity money, building on a lot from Manage Worlds. And so if I want to change the color of lights or the brightness or whatever, I can't do that. I have to like bring a sim here and then go into build mode. So I had to just go into the map view, bring Nancy Landgrab, like have her travel to this lot, and then go into build mode from there, and not from Manage Worlds view, which is infuriating because like I don't want to have to bring a sim here and then like it just to change the color of lights. Like in The Sims 3 you could do that from build mode, and it makes sense. Like when you change the color and the brightness and all that of lights, it makes a huge difference in your build, because some of the lights you guys might notice, like some of them are very yellow toned, some are very white, clear white toned. Like that saucer light that I like to use, it's in this build, you're kind of seeing it right now. That one's got like a very crisp, bright white light color to it. But some of the cheaper lights, like the cheapest lights in the game, have a very dim light coming from them. Some of the candles are very, very yellow, and like that's fine. But sometimes you want to be able to control it yourself a little bit, and sometimes if you're making like a cool nightclub, you want to have like purple lights everywhere, but you can't do it from build mode. You have to go into game and bring a sim there and do it, and I think that's really dumb. Like the ability is there to do it in game. Why can't you just do it from build mode? Like I I just want to like right click on the light and change it. It should be so simple to do. I don't know why you can't still, because you could do it, like The Sims 3 could do that, and anyway, I feel like if it was that easy, more people would do it too, because you kind of forget that it's there, but that gives you so much more power, especially when you're making like a cheap build, because sometimes when you have these cheap builds, a lot of the issue is with lighting, because you come into like these EA starter homes, right, and they all are so dark because they've used the cheapest lamps everywhere, and they're all dim and like yellow toned and weird, and so the lights in the rooms are just like non-existent, and so all your Sims houses are super dark when you don't have any money. And I always, like, my first step when I build a house is like add lights into it. And sometimes if I'm playing a Let's Play and I'm doing like no money cheats or something, I'll like say, hey guys, no money cheats, but I'm gonna cheat for better lights, because we just can't play like this. Like we need, just for like a screenshot perspective of trying to take thumbnail pictures and stuff, I need to have light in these builds, and I wish that you could change that easier from in-game, instead of having to go into build mode and change the brightness and blah, 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 because you can make them so cool that way. But whatever, it's fine. I'm fine. I'm not upset. It's fine. It does make a big difference in your builds, though. Like, I've done nightclubs in the past where it's, like, all just, like, a blue light inside, and it's, like, all dark. Everything's black and white and, like, this blue color. Like, it's just kind of fun, you know? But obviously this build doesn't relate. So I just built the house. Actually, it's not a house. It's a museum. It's a movie theater. Why can't I talk? House, museum, movie theater. I think you'll see that in a couple weeks. I built it like a month ago, but I've kind of been stockpiling builds a little bit. But I built this movie theater. It's like an Art Deco movie theater that is a bar, and so it's a community lot that you can come to that has a bar and a movie theater in it. So the movie theater is downstairs, like a concession stand and stuff, and then upstairs is the bar. And the bar is it's all, everything in the build is blue and pink. It's like kind of cotton candy vibes, but it's better than that, I promise. But the bar has all this blue and pink lighting inside, and it looks so fun. But I had to bring a sim there in order to do it, obviously. But that's like one of my most favorite builds of all time. Like when you start changing the light colors of things, it just makes the build look so much more finished, because it's got these like cool spotlights in the front that are blue and pink that like move around, and it's got all the lighting inside. Like it just makes the atmosphere of the build so different. It's so cool. I wish that people did it more often, but it's difficult to do, and just not difficult, but just annoying, so people don't do it as often. But Maybe someday they'll change it so we can do that. And while we're at it, minor build changes. Please, God, let me paint ceilings. I'm fine. It's fine. But ceiling paint and lighting colors in build mode are my two biggest things. Like, as a person who builds in The Sims all the time, I need that so desperately. Like, please, just please. I'm fine. I think that the ceiling paint thing is like a kind of an oversight, because realistically, I imagine that not that many people, both of these things, I feel like not that many people care about them, and so not that many people talk about it. Like, I've even had people, when I talk about the ceiling paint thing, they'll be like, well, why? You can't even see it. It doesn't matter. But, like, from certain angles, you can see the ceiling, and I want to paint it. So, like, yeah, it doesn't really matter, but, like, it's a very important detail, because when you think about builds that I do, like, sometimes I'll do a log cabin, right? I built that one for a whole Let's Build. I did, like, an 8-part series on it, right? And I had this cool log cabin made completely of wood. It was awesome. But then you take a screenshot from slightly too far below it, like a slightly up-angled screenshot, and all the roof textures are white. Like, it's just white underneath the roof. So there's, like, a cool metal roof and log cabin everywhere, but then this weird, like, white-gray color under the roof. And it just doesn't make any sense. And it's so frustrating. Ooh, shh. Sorry. I'm busy. I don't even know who that was. Anyway, very frustrating. And then when Island Living came out, they added 2 new roof textures that have an underbit, like those new thatched roofs. The underside of them has a texture to it, because I guess it makes sense for a thatched roof. Like, obviously the overhang is going to be thatched too. So they did that with those roof textures, and it looks so good. Like, it's a game changer, honestly, to have this new thatched roof, like having the roof overhang match on the underside. But again, no other roof can have that. So I want ceiling paint and the underside of the roof to be able to be painted too, because it makes a huge difference. One day. And also, it gives me powers unlike anything I have before, because, like, in The Sims 3. So, you guys might know Gertrude from my Sims 3 Generations Let's Play, right? And now Gertrude's great. She's a super nice gal. Love her the most, you know? But she's not even nice, actually. She's horrible, but she has a little affinity for pattern and bright color. And so I had this old house that I gave Gertrude in The Sims 3, where I went a little bit overboard with the color wheel, because The Sims 3 had a color wheel and create a style, so you could change literally any color or any pattern on any part of any item in the entire game. So I would do things, like, I had this one room, I called it the lit room. It was really obnoxious, right? Because there's, like, a fire print in The Sims 3, and so I made literally everything in the room that fire print. The ceiling, the curtains, the bed, the pillow, the lampshade, the flooring, the walls, like, literally everything. And this house, every room was a different pattern. So, like, I had mostly zebra print and cow print and animal prints downstairs, but then upstairs in the bedrooms, we used some various horrible prints that come in the game. Like, I had one that was just all wooden textures. It was like this wooden room. So picture, like, everything, like, even the lampshade and the bedding, and it was like a nursery, so it was a crib and stuff, but everything in it was wood, and it was, like, kind of mostly the same color or within the same shade range, but different textures of wood. Like, some of them were like a checkered wood, some of them were like a bigger board. It looked horrible, like, from a oh my god, my eyes, but it was kind of cool. Like, it looked kind of cool, and I really had so much fun. And basically all I want to do is have a lit print on the ceiling again. Okay? I want the ceiling to be on fire. But on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and cut off right here, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Like I said, on the gallery, and it's pretty useful for things like wedding photos and stuff. If you want it, available for download. My origin ID is lilsimsie. Look me up, follow me. I have, like, only 100k followers, so, like, you know, I could use some more. But anyway, bye everybody. Did I just like turn into an obnoxious brat about gallery followers again? Why am I like this? I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm working on it. I'm trying to be better.